Okay, today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to take a SharePoint site, which is from Microsoft 365, and how to embed it into your Microsoft Teams. Now, SharePoint is basically the equivalent of Google Sites. It's a website that you can make for Microsoft 365 that you can embed different things from the Microsoft suite into your website. So let me just show you mine real quick. So here I have my header. I've got some information. I've got a calendar over here that can be linked to my Microsoft Teams. And I like this feature just so I can have a nice, easy, streamlined view for students and parents who might look at my site just to see what's upcoming. Over here, I have my Bitmoji Classroom, which has clickable links here. And then I also have a document viewer here, so maybe my school has something that they want both students and parents to look at. It'll be right here so that they can just look at it here. And then maybe you can also put your school calendar there at the bottom or wherever you wish on your site. I'll show you what it would look like in a Microsoft team though. So here is my Teams. And here is the website that I just showed you. So here you can see all of the elements are there. They may not be in quite the same place just to make it an easy view in Teams, but all of the elements are still there. So I'm going to teach you how to do that today. So first you're going to go to your Microsoft Office Home, and then you're going to click the SharePoint button over here. You're going to click Create Site. And then you have two options here. And I played around a little bit with both of them. This team site would be where I would recommend collaborating with adults. So other teachers or other people in your school where you're sharing content constantly and maybe wanting to create something together. This has a lot more like administrative qualities to it. So I wouldn't suggest that for students and parents. I would suggest using the communication site. It's just a little bit more formatted to be informational rather than collaborative. So I'm going to go ahead and choose a blank design because it doesn't really matter because I'm going to show you exactly what we're going to do to create just kind of my basic site. And then I'm going to name this Practice Just Plain Teaching. And just put a 1 after it. Okay. And then you can also describe your site or select a language, which is really cool, and then click Finish. So once you get here, you can see that you have some different capabilities. Site contents is just an easy way for you to see everything that's listed on your site or all of the pages and the documents that you've shared. The pages are going to be like the different elements of your website. So that would be like if you had a home page and then maybe you had an entire page dedicated to your reading block or your math block or the specials block. And then your documents are, of course, anything that you want to upload into this website that other people can see. So what we're going to do is we're going to click New and then click Page. And for this tutorial, we're going to go ahead and just go with the blank one. If you choose one of these other two, it's going to give you a bunch of presets, and then you have to go in and delete a bunch of stuff. Okay, so we're going to create our page. So I'm just going to call this Practice. And then over here is going to change my header image. So I'll show you what that does here in a second. We're going to change the image here, and I'm going to upload. And I'll go ahead and choose my little greeting here with my Bitmoji, and I'm going to add that image. You can set the focal point here, which is really nice. I like it to be where my students can read all of the text. And then now I'll show you what this looks like. You can edit the web part here. If you see the pencil over here on the side, that means that you can kind of format the way that the website layout in this particular area looks. So you can change it from overlap to color block, to just plain text, or you can have the image and the title in the same area. Personally, I like this one better, so I'm going to go ahead and just go with this one. And here, if you maybe want to change your image or reset the focal point, you can also do that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and keep this text area here. Just leave that here, and then you have your different text options that you can do here. Now, there are two ways to edit your site now, and they have some different functions. So let me go over what that looks like a little bit more. So the plus buttons that you see are going to add new content, but based on where they are here in a SharePoint, they add different things. So this plus button over on this side means that you're going to add a new section. So that means that it's going to be completely separated from this text area. If I did a plus button down here, that's going to add a new web part, and I'll show you what that looks like here in a second. For purposes here, though, I'm going to go ahead and add a new section, and this one has 1/3 over here, 1/3 right. Okay, now I'm going to click this add web part. And here you can see all of the different elements that you can add to your SharePoint site, which is really cool. So if you do a lot with forms, or maybe you want your parents to fill out a certain form about helping out, or what you guys might need in the classroom, or maybe just how your students are feeling that day, this would be a great place to put it too. But for this particular showing you guys how to put a Bitmoji classroom in here, I'm going to have you guys do File Viewer right here. Now, File Viewer is really great because you can go to your OneDrive and you can add in anything that you have created in your Microsoft 365 world into your SharePoint very, very easily. So I'm going to choose my Bitmoji PowerPoint. This is just saying, yes, I want you to connect those two. And there we have your PowerPoint. Now over here, I'm going to go ahead and add in a group calendar. Now you have events, and then you have a group calendar. This is really cool because you can connect it to your Microsoft Teams. So I really like that function that they have here. And there you go. It makes it really, really quick, really easy. And you're learning from all of the mistakes that I made, so it makes it look a lot easier of a time than what I had whenever I did it. So that's great. Okay, now maybe you are a Google Slides person and you do everything in Google, but you want to make a SharePoint site. So let me show you how to do that too. So instead of doing File Viewer, however, we're going to go to this Embed button. So what this means is that you're just going to take your Google Slides and it's going to sync together to this page. So whenever you make updates and stuff, it will update it on your SharePoint site too. So then you're going to go to your Google Slides, and then you're going to go down to the button called Publish to the Web. You're going to go to Embed, and then I auto advance every minute. It doesn't really matter because it doesn't autoplay, which is really nice. And then you're going to click Control-C or right-click Copy back to your SharePoint, Control-V or right-click Paste, and there you have your Google Slides here. So really simple, really easy, and then you can add it to your Microsoft Teams. You're going to want to click Publish, which just means that it can be viewable from people in your organization, or if you don't have a bunch of security protocols that your district has set up, it can also be viewed by people outside your organization too. So I would check with that whenever you're making your site. All right, what you're going to do is you're going to go up to your link up at the top, and you're going to click Control Copy or right click Copy, Control C, and then you're going to go to your Microsoft Teams. You're going to click the plus button over here. You're going to click SharePoint Pages. You're going to click Add a Page, and then you are going to do Control V or right click Paste. And then here I have it changed to the same name. And there you have your Bitmoji Classroom, your SharePoint site embedded into Teams. So I hope that this was really helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to make a comment or shoot me an email, or make sure that you like and subscribe to this site and this video. And if you have any other needs, feel free to let me know. Thank you very much.